Well, hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the Bedrock Guide, where we talk about all things Minecraft and sometimes stand in the same place for hours waiting for skeletons to drop. No joke, I built this skeleton farm like 6 episodes ago, and I'm already feeling the need for an upgrade. And to be honest with you, I wasn't actually planning on doing another XP farm this early in the season, but all of you guys on a recent live stream convinced me that I needed something better. And you know what? I'm actually gonna push myself. Today, I'm gonna build a farm that I have never built in all of my time playing Minecraft. We're going after a blaze farm. And not only that, I'm gonna take it one step farther and make it a double blaze farm. So buckle up, it's about to get crazy. Or should I say, blazy. Just go ahead and hit the unsubscribe button. Thanks for watching. Everything I need for today's build is in these 2 chests right here, unless I'm forgetting something, which is highly possible. I'm gonna take the most important things first, and I'm gonna toss them into an ender chest because I don't want to risk dropping and losing them on my way out to the nether fortress. And obviously we've got more than we can carry, so I'm gonna make 2 trips. I did a little bit of scouting around in my creative test world, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I got super lucky with this nether fortress we're headed to right now, and it's not even that far away. Hey, look, massive lava lake. Look, I'm not burning. Oops, I missed the jump. Not a big deal. This is amazing. As long as I don't run out of fire resistance potion, we're gonna be just fine. Don't worry though, I'm gonna get a better way out here once we're up and running. I don't want to be swimming through the lava every time I want to go get XP. Also don't want to be running into these guys every time I want to come out here. Lots of things to avoid in the nether. Well, you guys probably can't see this right now, but we've found the nether fortress, I do believe. But there are some massive lighting bugs in Minecraft right now. I'm gonna quit the game to see if I can sort this out. Oh yeah, that's so much better. I hear the blaze already, and I don't know if we're underneath the blaze spawner or if it's just in the hallway here. They're nearby though. While I'm here, why not? More like why bother? Oh, hi. Also why bother? Terrible loot in this place. Oh, hi. Yep, nope. You're not invited to the party, my friend. Oh, neither are you. Now I just gotta remember where these blaze spawners are. No! Nope, not today. Not today. Maybe today, but not from you. Oh. Not from you either. Knock, knock, I'm coming in. There you are. Hi, I'm BluJay, and I'm about to wreck your house. I'm so sorry. Oh, hold on. Don't spawn yet, please. I'm gonna grab out of my ender chest as long as I brought it with me. Yes, I was smart. Glowstone. If you surround the entire spawner, including the bottom side with glowstone, it should stop all blaze from spawning directly from this blaze spawner. So that's one, and you hear that over there, right? Oh, that's just that guy, but I'm pretty sure it's right over here. There it is. Hi, I'm gonna wreck your home too. I'm so sorry. Everybody just stay calm and we're good. That honestly is the biggest thing you need to take care of first, making sure you stop the spawns before you start working on the farm. And I told you guys earlier, I got extremely lucky with this. Look at this. I got a blaze spawner right there and a blaze spawner right there, and they're at the exact same Y level. We don't have to account for any height differences, and we barely have to account for the width. This could not be any more perfect of a setup, and I couldn't be happier. All right, I've got a temporary setup of all my materials, except for the stuff I left back home, but I'm not gonna make you sit through trip 2. I ended up going back 2 more times because I just didn't have enough inventory space to carry everything, and then I went back a 4th time, because you can't harden concrete in the nether, BluJay. Where are your brains at? I had to take the concrete powder back to the overworld to harden it because we're gonna use it for some of our structure blocks. But let's start with some glass. This is going to be exactly the same shape and setup as the skeleton farm to begin with, but just in case you didn't see that video, you need to dig out 4 blocks on each side of the spawner. So this one is 1, and then 2, and then 3. I thought you weren't supposed to spawn. Surely that wasn't from the blaze spawner. I've not seen that yet in my entire time testing this. Now I'm second guessing myself, but let's just move on. You need to dig out a space 4 blocks on each side of the spawner. So glowstone included, 1, 2, 3, 4. And once you have all 4 sides measured out, go ahead and dig 1 more block around the perimeter, and then take some glass blocks and place them diagonally from one side to the other. And once you've done that, you should have a diamond-shaped space. And what this diamond shape represents is the only places in this entire area where spawns are possible from this spawner. Before we dig down, it's gonna be pretty important to put this all the way up to the ceiling. You want 2 blocks above the spawner to make sure you're getting the maximum spawn rates. And I'm actually gonna put a piece of glass right here above the spawner as well, so that when we break this glowstone, there is a single block gap between the spawner and this piece of glass right at the ceiling. We'll talk about why that's important here in a little bit, but let's go ahead and keep placing all of this glass around. And I do want to go ahead and take a moment to say that you don't technically have to make this part out of glass. It can be solid blocks if you like. I just like the idea of being able to see what's going on, just to make sure that everything's spawning correctly, nothing's getting stuck, all that good stuff. So now I need to dig everything out inside of this diamond shape, and honestly, we'll go ahead and do the outsides as well. And we need to go below the spawner by 10 blocks. So the way this spawner works is it's going to check for existing blaze within this area, 4 blocks in each direction horizontally, and a little over 8 blocks vertically. So digging this floor down to 10 blocks below the spawner will allow any potential blaze to fall down below where the spawner is checking, so that more blaze can spawn as a result. Basically, as long as there's blaze within that spawnable area, nothing else will be allowed to spawn until it's cleared out. This is how we get maximum efficiency. The entire space is dug out and the glass is in place, except for this right here, and that's gonna be the fun part. Imagine with me for a moment that blaze are falling down and they come down onto the floor. We will have a method of pushing them forward, but let's skip past that for a moment to this spot right here. This is where the blaze are going to end up, and I don't want this to be like the skeleton farm where we gotta manually whack them with a sword, because that kind of defeats the purpose of fully automating this thing. The solution I have for that is a standard trident killer, which is only possible in Bedrock Edition. And to make that, you're gonna want to take some pistons and place them in a square, making sure to put them on the same side of the square as you go around. This is on the right, this is on the right, this is on the right, and this is on the right. In the side of each piston, I'm gonna put an observer, making sure to face it directly into the piston. And then I'm gonna place one of my orange structure blocks on each of the corners. And then I can take a lever and place it right here and power this block, and you should see everything kick into gear, but then it stops. Don't worry, once we depower this, we should have our pistons going in a circle or square until we flip the lever to make it stop. This is a standard trident killer, and in order for it to be a trident killer, well, we need some tridents. Technically, you only need 1 trident in the trident killer, but if you put multiples, it should increase the rates at which you take down these blaze, especially because they don't take any fall damage from falling down here. They just kind of flutter and float until they get down to the bottom. And once you have your tridents in place, you can turn this back on, and you can see they start shifting around. Well, they're not really shifting around much anymore, but trust me, it's still working, and that's all you need to know about that for now. But I am going to take these back out for the moment because there's something I need to do underneath the trident killer, because not only are we going to farm XP, we're farming blaze rods, and I want a good way to collect those without having to stand there and pick them up myself. And the other thing I want to keep in mind as well is the other blaze spawner is right up over there, and so anything I do down here, I want to make sure I'm not invading the space where that trident killer is going to be, and making sure to meet everything up in the middle so that the storage space can be shared between the 2 farms. So digging down 3 blocks below the trident killer, I'm going to take a hopper and place it here, here, and here, and then make sure that there is a hopper that's occupying the space directly below each of these quadrants of the trident killer. So we'll need one right here, here, and here. And the way I've placed all of these hoppers, all of them should be funneling in that direction. Then I'm going to take 1 rail right here, and then a minecart and 1 hopper to combine them into a minecart with hopper. And I'm going to toss that right on the rail and then push it off. Then I can break that rail. We don't need it anymore. And this is the tricky part. I'm just gonna nudge this a little bit and try to position it so that it is covering all 4 hoppers. So now I'm going to fill in this space just to make sure nothing can bump that hopper minecart anymore. And then I'm going to put a floor right here directly above the hopper minecart. So now anytime a blaze will fall onto this floor and get pushed around by the trident killer and eventually defeated, it has a chance to drop a blaze rod, which will fall onto the floor and get pulled through the floor by that hopper minecart and then funnel into wherever our storage system is gonna go, which is probably gonna be over here somewhere. And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna do something really quick to reverse this. I've got the pistons on the right, but in the design on my test world, I had them over here, and I don't really want to shift it around and retest because I'm not sure if XP will flow through a solid block like the observer. I know absolutely 100% it will flow through the piston, so allow me to shift this around a little bit and we'll come back. And now we should be good to go. Now, I am missing a couple of things. One, walls. I do not want the blaze to come out of this space while we're standing here because they'll probably attack me. And with the number of blazes that are going to be spawning here, I will not last long. So we're pretty much done with this farm except for a couple more things. I'm going to put a couple stairs right here. And this is just to kind of funnel them down into the trident killer and keep them from popping up too much. It's still going to happen from time to time, but for the most part, they'll just kind of rest in here. And then obviously I've got a wide open gap here and I've got that there for a reason. I'm going to cover this with trapdoors, and that way they can't get out, but I can get in anytime I might need to replace the trident. If for some reason it despawns or if I pick it up, we've got a way to access the farm itself. Well, hi, it's me, your friendly neighborhood bird brain. You can tell that I've never built this farm before by the number of mistakes that I've already made. And unfortunately, I've made another big one. I positioned the trident killer one block too far outside of the farm, so I have to tear it down and back it up. Please excuse me while I go grab some TNT. All right, the trident killer has been rebuilt in the correct spot this time, and here's what I'm gonna do. I'm first gonna drink this so I don't burn when I put this lava down, and then at the very back of the farm here, opposite of the trident killer, I've got one block where I'm gonna place the lava directly on top of it, and then on either side, I'm gonna place lava here and lava here, and then also you can see that on this pillar right here, I've dug out the bottom glass and placed two pieces of glass here. I'm gonna place lava here, and I'm gonna place lava here. So far, so good. All the lava flows directly to the end, and now I'm gonna place lava right here, and on the opposite side, lava right here, and every spot in this farm should be funneling directly toward this trident killer, except for this spot right here. The lava is flowing directly forward because liquid flow mechanics in Minecraft are just weird. So I need to take one additional lava source and place it directly to the side of this one right here. So there's the back. There's the trident killer, one lava source right here. And that should push it on around. And then unfortunately, it pushes it directly into the trident killer. So I can take a sign right here and a sign right here, and that'll cut off the lava flow. And just to cover all bases, to make sure all lava is flowing correctly throughout the entire farm, I'm gonna put one more lava source on this opposite side and then place two signs, and that's it. That's the entire farm. So now I'm gonna hold my breath, cross my fingers, wish upon a star, and hope this thing actually works. It worked in my test world, but you know, things happen. And now it's time for the moment of truth. How to do this safely without getting attacked. Not sure there is a way, but we're just gonna go for it. All right, ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, boom, boom. 3, 2, 1. Boom, boom. Don't break the spawner. Oh, the blaze are mad. Oh, the blaze are mad. He missed me. Sorry, bud. Okay, we're good. I'm safe. Okay, Blaze Spawner is live. We should be seeing more action here shortly. As the blaze starts spinning faster and faster, there they go. They're spawning, and I'll turn on the trident killer as they get funneled into the farm. Here they go. Look at this thing go, man. There's so many of them. They're taking damage. Yes, it's working. So now, before I move on to the next farm, I'm just gonna stand here and allow my pick to repair itself, and I don't have to do a single thing. You know, now that this thing is active, I did forget one thing. Just gonna bust this out really quick, and then I'm gonna put a stair right up there. Okay, good. We're fine. And then on the other side, I'm gonna put another stair right next to it. Okay, we're good. Man, I had that done right before, and then I had to tear the thing down and rebuild it, and I guess I just forgot to put them back. All good. As long as we're getting XP and blaze rods, I am happy. Oh yes, working like a dream. So there's one blaze spawner farm, and I did say I was gonna build 2 of them, right? Well, hey, look at that. A second one appears. And as you can see, it is very close quarters in here. The trident killers are literally 1 block apart. This, I'm telling you, is the optimal positioning for a double blaze spawner, and if you can find something like this, man, you got extremely lucky like I did. It's not every day that they're at the same level and at this optimal distance apart to where I can stand here and just collect from both of them at the same time. And even better, one lever without any additional redstone will power on and off both farms at the same time. Because this lever is sitting directly next to this piston, it will actually retract it and start the chain reaction of this trident killer along with this trident killer. And I know I've explained some of the mechanics of this as we've gone along the way. Wow, so many plays. I probably should turn this thing on. But yes, I've explained a lot of the mechanics as we've built it, but I want to give you a simple quick recap with some additional details that I might have left out before. But start to finish, here's how this works. The fires are lit, the mob inside is spinning, and as it gets faster, it will present an opportunity to spawn either one or multiple blaze. The blaze will float down to the bottom of the farm, and it will clear the spawnable area, allowing more blaze to spawn. And when they hit this lava, the lava will push them slowly toward the trident killer, and the trident killer works like this. When this block changes state from power on to power off, it's going to depower this piston, which is going to send a signal to this observer saying that this has changed state because of the power right here. This will send a signal to this block, which will change its state to power and then depower the piston over there, which will then let this observer know that a change has happened and send power to this one, and it will repeat the cycle all the way around, and it will never stop until a change is locked. So for example, right now this is locked in the powered on state, so it's not going to do anything else. Same thing with this piston right here. The mechanics of a trident are actually really interesting because when you throw the trident, it will land on the piston, and every time it's shifted around in the trident killer, it acts as if we've thrown it each time. That is why it gives the player XP every time it takes down a blaze, because it treats it as if you have taken them down personally. One more really important thing to note is that in this kind of a farm, you always want to be holding a looting 3 sword. When you hold a looting 3 sword while these tridents are taking down the blaze, it actually applies that looting 3 effect, which will give us a higher chance that they will drop a blaze rod or even multiple blaze rods. So to get maximum efficiency out of your blaze rods, make sure you're holding a looting 3 sword. This applies to any farm, not just this one, but anytime you're using a trident killer, always use a looting 3 sword. And speaking of maximizing efficiency as well, I mentioned earlier about that glass block above the blaze spawner up there. This will allow blaze to spawn directly on top of that blaze spawner, but the glass will push them to the side and let them fall. You're probably going to be okay if you just cover it completely to make sure none get stuck up there, but the glass is actually a really good solution to make sure you're not wasting any of your spawnable areas. So last but not least, I need to go in here and grab some chests, and I've already got my hoppers, and this is going to be an incredibly simple storage system because there's nothing to sort. All we got to do is make sure they're funneling into chests, and everything should be good to go. There we go. Nothing fancy. Like I said, it's just hoppers from both sides funneling into one column of double chests, and we actually only have 4 double chests because good grief, that's going to be a lot of blaze rods, which I'm going to start using for my furnace. Who needs coal when I've got an automatic fuel farm going here? And in the time that I was building the second blaze farm, look at this. This is what we have already. When I tested this in my creative world, it dropped about a little over 1,000 blaze rods per hour. That's pretty crazy, and it's going to keep us set for a long time to come. Honestly, it's kind of up to you if you want to build a single blaze farm. I've been told it's not really worth it, but the double blaze farm, if you can get lucky and find 2 spawners close together, it's absolutely worth your time and effort. But that's going to do it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you're new. And hey, don't go anywhere. There's more Bedrock Guide content on the way.